Before we get into it, a quick disclaimer. There isn't much public information about the gameplay systems of Marvel Tokon yet, so much of this video's contents are speculation and they specifically focus on the reveal trailer. If you would like more general information, please read through this fantastic Reddit thread. It covers a vast majority of what we've seen of the game so far. With that being said, let's begin the trailer breakdown. In the beginning, we see Captain America and Iron Man clash with forward-moving special moves, with Iron Man recovering first and winning the exchange. I'm unsure if this initial clash was just for trailer purposes, but it does seem like the two strikes connecting at the same time will lead to a tiny freeze, much like Guilty Gear Xrd. After this clash, Iron Man does a normal into a normal with a follow-up into a special move cancel. In my mind, this can mean one of two things. Either Marvel Tokon has a magic series similar to Marvel vs. Capcom, where normals can be cancelled in ascending order, or it'll have certain normals being able to cancel into command normals which can then be cancelled into specials. Either way, we can see Iron Man's Unibeam knocking the enemy away. The next shot involves Iron Man performing a standard air dash towards Captain America before Cap anti-airs him with a launcher. We can see that Iron Man's foot is clearly making contact with Cap's body, but that doesn't damage him, leading me to believe that these kinds of launchers have upper body invincibility. After the launcher connects, it triggers a cinematic, and with how it's framed, I believe that Captain America's jump happens automatically, much like a charged dust attack in Guilty Gear. Once here in the air, Captain America does a normal into a downward spike, much like how Marvel vs. Capcom magic series work. What's different about Marvel Tokon, however, is that upon Iron Man hitting the ground, Captain America continues the combo. It looks like spiking the enemy down will cause an OTG state that can be comboed from, but I'm not 100% confident. This 3-hit string ends with Iron Man right in front of Captain America, making it a good time to call an assist. We can see the assist quickly jump into frame and strike, and an animation of Captain America's soul transferring to the assist character's body plays out. This indicates that when you call an assist, an additional button press will transfer control over to that character, with a little soul animation playing to give the attacker time to prepare. After the initial assist finishes, Iron Man enters a tumble state where follow-up attacks will connect, and Ms. Marvel then performs a heavy attack. This leads to a screen freeze and a slight camera shift, indicating that a stage transition is about to take place. In the next scene, Ms. Marvel slides through Iron Man's many projectiles, and this can either mean that the game has a universal roll system like in the King of Fighters, or perhaps this is one of Ms. Marvel's specific moves. We then see her going for an extended low poke that serves as a mini launch before a special move cancel continues the combo. It seems as though she can't combo off this attack, but I can imagine that its length makes a great combo filler when combined with assists and real-time tagging. Ms. Marvel then pressures Iron Man with a 2-hit block string composed of cancelled normals, before Iron Man cancels his block stun to call in Spider-Man. This looks very similar to Marvel vs. Capcom's crossover counter mechanic, and the screen becomes grayscale to indicate which new character is coming in. Spider-Man then performs a rising kick, but it's important to note that at this point, Iron Man is still the player character. After manually inputting Unibeam to keep the enemy in a combo state, control is then transferred over to Spidey. Before we move on from here, I'm also unsure if Ms. Marvel could have blocked Spider-Man's kick, or if this crossover mechanic is one that is guaranteed to connect. I can also imagine that it would require the use of meter or some other kind of resource. Anyway, after Unibeam finishes, we can see Spider-Man perform a micro run forward before beginning a combo. Again, I'm unsure if this movement tool is universal or specific to Spider-Man, but it definitely fits his character and overall personality. The first 2 hits of the combo keep the enemy airborne, resulting in our favorite webhead jump cancelling the second hit to spike Ms. Marvel back down with the 3rd hit. Moving on, Ms. Marvel is seen rolling forward while glowing, indicating that after being placed into a hard knockdown state, characters can choose to roll in a direction while being invincible. Spider-Man then dodges an attack via acrobatics, and this looks like a move unique to him. He then fires back with a slingshot kick, giving him time to call in an assist. This strike places Ms. Marvel into another tumble state, allowing Spider-Man to continue the combo. Iron Man's assist here is a straightforward horizontal strike, perfect for combo filler. Spider-Man then does another run into a combo string ending with a stage transition. I notice that the second hit causes the zoomed-in freeze effect to take place, and I wonder if running forward after it connects gives the player time to land a heavy strike. After the transition ends, both players are then reset back to neutral. Spider-Man then shoots a web which sticks to Ms. Marvel even though she blocks it, allowing him to glide forward, and this reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom 3's web glide. Captain America's shield/assist interrupts this move however, and Ms. Marvel performs what looks to be a hit grab of sorts. Upon a successful capture, she lunges forward and returns to neutral, before using this upwards kick to strike Spider-Man as an OTG. During the hit stun, she calls in Star-Lord's horizontal projectile assist, before giving him control to confirm into a super. After this, Spider-Man is seen rapidly shooting multiple projectiles in a straight horizontal direction, and Star-Lord leaps over him. I can't tell if this is a regular forward jump or a forward super jump or maybe a unique movement tool like what Hawkeye has in Marvel, but either way, it's successfully used to get behind Spider-Man. Star-Lord then starts a combo with a forward kick and then cancels it into an upwards launcher, which is then jump cancelled. A horizontal kick is used to keep the combo going before being cancelled into a free special move. This move particularly impresses me, as not only does it allow for combo extensions, but I can only imagine the types of mix-ups and resets you'll be able to get by combining the freeze properties with assists. After Spider-Man lands, Star-Lord confirms with a slide that looks like a low, before ending with a gun strike into a close-range projectile. With how quickly Spider-Man flashes white after hitting the ground, I don't believe this combo ender provides a hard knockdown state. After this, Star-Lord attempts to blast Spider-Man with a wide horizontal energy beam, but Spider-Man performs a spot dodge of sorts before counter-attacking. This gives him time to call in Ghost Rider, who interestingly comes in from the top right of the screen. After arriving, Star-Lord is placed into a ground-bound state, giving the player time to tag into Ghost Rider. GR then performs a forward-moving strike into a downwards attack, leading to a second ground bounce. If you're a Marvel player like me, you'll know that you generally only get one ground bounce per combo, and even though there are a few exceptions here and there, this is pretty much the basic rule set by the developers. What I speculate is that since the first ground bounce in Tokon was caused by an assist coming in, and the second ground bounce was caused by the point character's strike, they are considered to be two different kinds of attacks, leading to more than one ground bounce per combo. He then performs a two-hitting strike, resulting in a stage transition. Star-Lord then tries to perform an air dash that looks identical to Iron Man's before Ghost Rider anti-airs him with a grounded normal. This reminds me of a lot of Leo's 6P in Guilty Gear Xrd, although the hitbox appears to be much taller here. Ghost Rider then has enough time to confirm into the forward swing from before, but this time he jump cancels it into this rapid chain swing. With how long this move goes on for, I can imagine it would be a good strategy to call in an assist and then continue the combo. The move ends when Ghost Rider breathes fire onto the enemy, knocking them down. Star-Lord then performs his slide into a gun strike and then jump cancels it into a two-hitting downwards gunshot. The angle this sends the enemy flying at makes it a prime opportunity to call in an assist. Captain America then comes in to perform Charging Star, and then Dr. Doom arrives to perform what looks extremely similar to Cable's hit grab in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What's important to note here is that even though both Doom and Captain America are both on screen as assists, only Doom gets control given to him, indicating that choosing which assist you take over in situations like this will be crucial. This strike leads to a tumble state which lets Doom advance forward and combo into it again, knocking them away in the process. He then slowly walks up and phases through the enemy, and I'm unsure if this is a unique special move, or maybe a unique forward dash property, or maybe even an advancing slide like what Ms. Marvel had earlier. He then pulls out his butter gun and performs a close range shot which I believe is a super. With how the camera then reverts back to normal really quickly, I assume it's possible to call in an assist and continue the combo from here. We then see a homing missile laser lock onto Ghost Rider, and to make things even trickier, Doom calls in Star-Lord to attack from the right while he dashes over to the left. After the enemy air attacks, he then leaps up and performs an air grab reset. A situation like this is Marvel vs. Capcom 101, and I'm happy to see something like it in Marvel Tokon. The air grab also places them into a hard knockdown state, with Ghost Rider rolling backwards and flashing white once he recovers. Doom then calls in his missile, but then Storm jumps in and performs an anti-air assist. This hits multiple times, and it seems to combo into a super. I'm not sure if this sudden hard cut in the trailer is just for style, but if you can do an assist, tag, and then immediately do a super, that'll be pretty interesting. After Storm's animation blows my mind from how cool it is, we see her doing a multi-hitting kick that can be jump cancelled into an air normal into a special that moves the enemy forward and then down. The downwards trajectory results in a ground bounce, with Storm using a stand jab into a kick into a special to close things out. We then see a demonstration of how crazy things can get within Tokon's 4 vs 4 team format. If 2 point characters can hypothetically call in 3 assists at once, that means there can be up to 8 characters on screen at a single time. This is absolutely going to lead to gameplay insanity in the final game, and honestly, I'm kind of struggling to keep up with what's going on. In this first battle, I believe that Doom's assist is his laser beam, and Spider-Man's is his flash kick. Storm then comes in to shoot a downwards projectile, indicating that characters will have multiple assists that depends on how they enter the screen. Doom's vertical missile assist then strikes Storm, confirming that happy birthdays will be possible. Ms. Marvel, Star-Lord, and Ghost Rider enter the frame, and even after going frame by frame in my editing software, I can still barely tell what's going on, but in the best way possible. Ms. Marvel then performs her forward punch, Ghost Rider does his chain strike, and Star-Lord is kind of obscured by all the chaos, so I can't really make out what he's up to. We then see a projectile war between Star-Lord, Iron Man, and Storm, with Iron Man getting hit here in the legs. Captain America also jumps in as an assist to raise his shield, and I wonder if this move absorbs projectiles. After Ms. Marvel runs in and blocks Storm's projectile, she then calls in Ghost Rider to lunge forward with a multi-hitting strike, before being interrupted by Star-Lord. Dr. Doom then jumps in to shoot an anti-air assist, similar to Deadpool's anti-air assist in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Normalcy then returns with a one-on-one situation, with Star-Lord doing a slide combo starter from before, although this time he performs a multi-hitting aerial strike that keeps the enemy very close to him. This leads to Ms. Marvel flying in, and then Dr. Doom, before Star-Lord and Captain America on the ground perform the final strike. This seems like a Marvel 3 TAC but on steroids, and I wish we had more info about this system. We then see a montage of all the characters' supers, and they look ridiculously cool, man. Since they're all cinematic, a relevant aspect relating to the core gameplay will be how they're all initiated, but unfortunately this isn't shown. With how cool and elaborate they are, I would assume they're at level 3 of some sort, but because we don't have any information about the game's meta, I can't say that with 100% confidence. The trailer then ends with two teams squaring up before the game's title is revealed. Whew! Okay, after going through the trailer and analyzing what I could, I'm now really excited for Marvel Tokon. As a diehard Marvel vs. Capcom fan ever since I was around 4 years old, I'm still upset that there's no new Marvel vs. Capcom game, but still, this is pretty much the next best thing. It looks incredible, and I can't wait for more information to be shared. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you for watching. I appreciate your time, and I hope you had fun, and I hope you learned something as well. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.